Live from the sewers, this is the Turtle Power Podcast.
This is your audio source for all the news, reviews, and insight into the world of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
God, I love being a turtle!
Now join your hosts, Brian, Alex,
Awesome!
and Darby.
Bossa Nova!
Bossa Nova?
Chevy Nova? Excellent! Yeah!
Now it's time for the Turtle Power Podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another very special episode of the Turtle Power Podcast. That's right, we are back once again with another audio commentary. This time we're going to be covering the classic 1991 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Roman numeral 2, Secret of the Ooze. And with me, as always, Darby and Alex. Guys, I'm excited to watch this. It's been, probably a year since I've watched through this entire film.
It's been a lot longer than that for me.
Yeah, it's been maybe 2-3 years since I've watched the movie.
Well, the last time I watched it was when I was preparing for my little appearance on the TMNT Minute podcast this last season, where they did this movie. And I'll tell you when we get to the parts. It's the Token Razar battle royale scene there. That's kind of where I jumped in. So, and I do have some little tidbits I want to share in that scene that I would have never noticed if I wasn't kind of going over it with a fine-tooth comb. But so go ahead and cue up your version of the movie. We are all set here. We've got it basically at 1 second. We're right where the logo, it's New Line Cinema, right? This New Line Cinema logo is like just about to come into frame. It's like 0 or 1 second, depending on yours. But we can all see basically the blue logo like just coming in the corners of the screen. And
I pushed play. Oh God. Oh wait. Oh, back. Go back.
Yeah, come on back. Darby's already halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
I will say though that I have been. I think I mentioned it last time. So my daughter so she's 3 now, and every single night, and if I'm doing naps, then it's twice a day, requests a Ninja Turtle story every single time she goes to sleep. And so I actually did cover the entire Ninja Turtles II Secret of the Ooze, from memory, and I kind of condensed format over a series of multiple nights. So she knows all about Kino and Toka and Razar. She's wondering why they're not Bebop and Rocksteady, much like we were.
Yeah, that was a thing.
But yeah,
we had to wait like 20 some odd years later for Bebop and Rocksteady to show up in the movie.
Yeah, but hey,
you should be wondering where Casey Jones is. That's what really should be.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, she hasn't seen any of the movies yet. She's we watched the 87 animated series a lot. We did see one episode with Casey. And she's not. Casey's not a favorite of hers yet.
Clint Eastwood Casey.
That's right. That's right. That was
87 Casey's rough, man.
Yeah, I think there was an episode with Casey and Rat King. I think both in the same. And that one was a little.
Do you remember his brilliant disguise to get into the Shredder organization, where he just put on a suit?
Yeah.
He kept his hockey mask on and his pads on and everything, and just went right in.
Yeah, it was one where like all the appliances like came to life, and he he just later like started destroying all these appliances. Anyway, yeah,
1 second mark.
we're coming up. Yeah, 1 second mark. So we're all queued up, and let's get this thing going. Who wants to count us down here?
I hit play again. Why do I keep?
I don't know why you keep doing this.
All right. Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
Gotta make sure
good.
we're all on the same team here. Okay. All right. And Jasper wants to watch as well. Come on, buddy. All right. Let's count it down. I'll count it down here. All right.
Cool.
All right. Counting down from 5, and it's gonna be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
So don't go on 1.
Don't go on 1.
Then go.
It's 1, and then, or I'll say 3, 2, 5.
Will you say go?
I'll say play. Okay. It'll be 5.
Play go.
So why don't
No.
you just say like
It'll be
Go
5.
play.
It'll
But
be
you have to
5,
call
3,
5.
1, play.
Go
Okay.
play.
No go. No go.
why do you have
go?
to start at 5?
I hit play again.
Look, and that's what we just, everything's computer controlled now. We don't even the countdown, the whole, like, it's frivolous at this point.
We should
So,
just do screen sharing. That would resolve everything.
that, we'll get the Patreon going. We'll see if we can
Yeah.
see if we can get that going. Yeah, that's actually pretty true though, like, because everything I do now is just Teams and WebEx and everything. But anyway, all right, we're gonna count down in 5, 4, 3.
Wait. Go.
2,
2, 1, go. Go on. Play.
Hold on. Wait,
when
what?
you hear me
means
say
go.
the word play, oh my god.
Hang on. I pressed play already.
Okay, are we set?
Okay, we're good.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
Whoa.
And we got the New Line
I'm
Cinema
hearing the
logo.
audio on like 6 different channels right now. It's crazy.
It's amazing. 6 channels. You have a lot of headphones on. In memory of Jim Henson. All right. Now, both movies have a fantastic intro.
Oh, the Twin
song
Towers.
here. Yeah, good call. Do you guys prefer the intro song for 1 or 2?
Well, the intro to the first movie is our theme song. So.
I believe that's your answer.
Yeah.
This one's certainly more jovial.
So it's just this movie.
So,
they're
like,
just
they're
look at all the.
making now-
Everyone's eating pizza. It's just oh god. I just struggle with this intro so much.
Why?
I just
delicious.
do.
Certainly a
It's
lack
delicious.
of. It doesn't have all of the product placement that the.
Notice
the
how
first
there's
one
a
did.
lot less fat people back then, though, while they're eating all.
I keep forgetting this. Is Roy's Pizza a real place? I think it was a different
know.
name. I think it was a real place, but it was a different name. I think is what it was. Reyes Jr. If for anyone listening, if you haven't seen the fantastic,
Donatello from the first movie.
Yep.
if you haven't seen these
No, the best
fantastic cast reunions for the 1990 film.
Wait. No, we have to take a second to appreciate Kino here. Okay. Because one of the greatest comebacks ever.
It's some serious trolling, serious 1991
Exactly.
trolling right there.
She thought she was better than Kino, and Kino was like, "Hey, I'm out here working. I'm earning a living. Okay, you'd be lucky to have me. By the way, I can beat up like 17 dudes at once."
Toshihiro Obata. Yeah, this telling my daughter about this scene was fun. It's like, yeah, then Michelangelo grabbed some sausages, and
I believe they are the combat hole cuts.
yes, yeah. So what I was saying was, you had to check out these cast reunions that been going on for the 1990 film, and the most recent one has Ernie Reyes Jr. and talking all about the sweltering heat of North Carolina summer that they dealt with filming that first film.
Losing like 30 pounds. Just look at this guy. This is wiry little dude.
Man, good moves. Did I mention?
Donatello, everybody.
And Darby, you remember that? What was that? What was that place? That like little outdoor mall kind of thing? That was like, what was that Seafarers Village or something? What was that?
Seafarers Village, yeah.
And it had that little like indoor.
Look, that's a cool opening shot right there.
That is a cool opening.
That is just a cool shot. Except Donatello's face was covered by the logo. It's fine.
Yeah, the Mike Wazowski moment. That's nice.
Exactly.
Jumping, spinning around.
Can't wait for them to use their weapons.
Yeah. But hey, let's
count them. Let's count them. Hey, I've done it. Let's count. Let's count. Count. It's not many. I've actually done it.
I still say eclectic when I do something awesome at work. So, just saying, it totally works if you use it correctly.
Do you guys prefer the look of the Turtles between film 1 or film 2? Which one do you like?
I prefer 2. I prefer the look in 2, but they probably had a bigger budget, so there you go.
They did. It was like...
What happened to Donatello's bow? Like, he doesn't even have it anymore. Ninja Cowboy, though.
Does a belt count as a weapon? I don't think it does.
No, but like he doesn't even have, and Michelangelo's nunchucks, because why would he use the weapon he's more familiar with?
Yo-yo.
Yeah.
Do you remember getting the Duncan yo-yo at MGM Studios though? It was all because of this movie.
Oh yeah, and do you remember us constantly trying to hit each other with it?
Absolutely,
like
they're little wooden ones.
Oh hey, Leo's totally going to use his swords right against a bat. Oh, okay.
One thing to note here too is notice in the background they are actually having fight scenes in the background.
Yep.
Yeah, but Donatello's stealing the spotlight as always.
Yes.
Look at this. I love this guy. Adam Carl, everybody. I preferred him. As the voice of Donatello.
Oh,
I prefer Adam.
Really? Wow.
I'm team Adam Carl.
Man.
I respect Corey
Is that
Feldman
controversial?
for,
I'm not sure it is.
Notoriety.
Yeah.
Like I just preferred Adam Carl, but I respect Corey Feldman for bringing notoriety to the role.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never crap on him for it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta admit though, that was a scary Mikey face. Like if you don't know what the turtles are and that's staring at you in the face, it's probably quite terrifying.
Comeback cold cuts. Are the bandanas are longer, right?
Yes, they are. Yeah. I feel. Actually, I don't know. They were pretty long in the first movie. They even spun them around backwards, like they did in the comic. There were scenes where they were definitely long.
It's a nice touch though. It's kicking the dirt off the feet there. So I was saying that Seafarers Village that actually always reminded me of this little shopping mall here.
Yeah, that's definitely, I get it.
It's on Fort Myers Beach, Florida.
Hey,
no longer
swords
there.
Are gone. Leo doesn't have his swords.
Yeah, Danny still doesn't have.
They're still stuck in the ceiling.
Yeah. Raph has the size.
Mm-hmm. They never took him out.
You didn't need to. I mean, you wouldn't use a cannon to kill a mosquito, would you?
Okay, bye. Now, do you think he meant to fall right there? Or was that like...
yes, I think he did.
Yeah, I believe the budget was $25 million for this film, and for the 1990 film, I think it was like $6 million to film, and then $2 million for marketing. So 8 total. So definitely higher budget.
April O'Neil looks different.
Good call. Do we have
Paige Turco is sexy. She's
Well, they both are.
well, yeah.
But I feel she's more of a supermodel type April, whereas the other one was the more
Girl Next Door.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, Girl Next Door is a good way to put it.
Both great. I mean,
Yes.
hell,
Great,
she
yes.
stepped in,
Yeah.
and she stepped in longer. She was April longer,
Yeah.
for more films.
The
How much do you think an apartment like that would go for in New York City right now?
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Like, there's multiple
Spiral
floors.
staircase.
Like to purchase or to rent?
Like just rent.
Oh,
What's the
she's
rent there,
renting.
you think?
She's renting. There's
Probably
no way. There's no way.
5,000 a month.
Oh, I'd say like
Okay,
13
a couple
grand.
things here. First, that like springy thing that she's got there with the
Yeah, the chest. Expands.
definitely had one of those. My dad had
yeah.
one. And did you ever put any like rubber snakes or anything in the refrigerator?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Turtle-rific. You know, these don't stick as well as Bossa Nova and
Bossa Nova.
Yeah, excellent.
Hey,
awesome.
acapella's pretty good. I respect it. And fresh aka. But Bossa Nova will always be.
It's a good callback, though. It's a good callback to the first movie.
Yeah.
What it is? Pizza. Mm. A moment to reflect. That's, of course, one of our little sound effects in the... Man. Yes. Oh, yeah, but my daughter absolutely loves pizza, by the way.
We used to do this all the time, too, actually, when we were kids. We would
Yes.
because of this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
This is Ryan.
You know,
This is Ryan.
that's a good point.
I'm Michelangelo. No, I'm Donatello. I'm the one chucking to
Yes.
Ryan on the couch
Yes.
while his redheaded mom tried to not allow it to happen.
That's a good point. We should bring up is that I think that this film, just due to its nature, was probably more influential on children of
Well,
our
it's because
age
they
at the
were
time.
Definitely more kid. They were more kid-like in their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely more geared towards kids than the first movie was.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, even the references to the 87 series, like with Ninja Pizza and all that stuff, they're
Mm-hmm,
clearly trying to target a younger audience.
You imagine what like the obesity epidemic would be in this country if the Turtles just promoted like healthy food instead of pizza? Just man, missed opportunities.
I am looking for product placement in this film because I can't off the top of my head I can't really think of any. You know, certainly.
Well, they
Different
didn't have
from-
their. Well, what was the pizza they just ate from?
Was it
Pizza
Roy's?
Hut?
It was Roy's Pizza.
I think it's
Oh,
Roy's.
no, Roy's. Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't have Pizza Hut box or anything.
Yeah, because they took it from Kino. Kino was out for a delivery. Just like, sorry, bro.
Right.
They did
Well,
leave
it
it.
was
They
their-
did leave him like a 20, which I'm sure.
No, it was their pizza.
Was it? Are you sure?
Yeah, he was going to go deliver to April O'Neil. He was like, "What? That's like the 500th pizza she's ordered this week."
Mm.
Oh, Kevin Clash, Forever Splinter.
He was on those 1990 film cast reunions too. Those are
Well, yeah, he deserves to be.
yeah, yeah. Pizza's okay. Have you guys been keeping up with the all the NECA stuff, all the shenanigans there?
No.
Yeah, it's just basically, yeah, just not enough product going out and about, and I don't know. I certainly understand, you know, from the collecting aspect, you know, how frustrating it is to try to get get access to stuff, and a lot of it's been getting poached by second-hand resellers and everything, and for the people that are just trying to get it for themselves, it's quite aggravating. So, I bring it up because they do a lot of the movie figures, but it sounds like NECA's doing everything they can to try to.
How impressive is this?
Oh, it's incredibly impressive. The backflips.
I'm wearing this full suit. I can only see through like these little slits under the bandanas. That's what I'm seeing through, and I'm just doing back handsprings over and over again.
Yeah.
I just had to point that out. Sorry, Ryan.
No, it's very impressive. But yeah, personally, I mean, with 2 kids now, I just don't have time. I don't have time to try to jump online at.
Money.
Well, that also plays into it. Actually, yeah. So the last NECA figures I got were those 1990 NECA figures. I got all 4, and now my daughter plays with them. So she's
that is such a terrible New York City skyline backdrop.
Yeah, that
was rough.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good call. So I mean, there really is not much time at all between these movies.
Casey did commit cold-blooded murder in the last film. Just attempted cold-blooded murder in the last film.
That's right.
I mean, he was good with it either way, but.
Oh yeah, he was completely. His conscience was clear. But
I always thought his hand looked like burnt there. It's just, I guess it's just dirty.
Sure, I'm sure getting trash compacted. Probably they're probably hot at some points.
So was this their rendezvous?
Yeah.
This is the
shit went down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So man, like this is like.
Hot.
I guess I never really put it together how fast or how much or how little time is between episode or movies 1 and 2. I mean,
it's like a day.
Like the later that night, or no?
No, it can't be later that night.
The next
they already
night?
know who April is. Like April got promoted at the end of the first movie, so maybe it's like a week. Maybe. It could be a few days. Who knows? That kid's like 9 years old, and he's in the foot.
Choose the best man from those that remain to follow the reporter. She is the key to finding the creature that.
How do you make Shredder's mask look?
That is a
cool?
Badass helmet.
Just add spikes.
Just don't say I'm your father like you did in the first film, and we'll be okay.
And this is Techno Global Research Institute, right? Instead of Techno Cosmic Research.
TGR.
Yeah. This is
TGR.
We're taking in this film they wanted the alien aspect to be taken out. Yes.
Yeah, they went the right way on that one. I'd say they made the right call.
Yeah. Oh, we're live. Yes. I did see I'm not sure if they were on Instagram or what, but somebody was going around and finding some of these shooting sites, like in North Carolina, like nowadays, and kind of seeing what I think these were like last year, and kind of seeing what they look like now. It's pretty interesting.
I'm just appreciating Michelangelo's loud chewing right
What is
here.
he eating?
That is some good audio right there.
What is that?
Like it's supposed to be a Butterfinger, but it's not. Like
That's
that's
a
the only thing
gigantic.
that's the only. I couldn't even tell you. I can't think of a bar that would crunch like that. Not even a crunch bar.
Wait, did Donatello just put salt on his fingers?
I think he
He
did.
put on his popcorn. He's eating popcorn.
Oh,
He's eating popcorn.
he put
Okay.
like a whole he just started pouring salt on one kernel.
He put it in.
And then
He likes it really salty.
maybe he was doing a
But he's
scientific
nice.
experiment.
No. He's just so nice that he doesn't oversalt the popcorn for everyone else. He just oversalts his own pieces.
Oh.
Very
He's a
considerate.
nice guy.
how do y'all feel about then? And maybe Darby, this is the best question for you. Is how do you feel about Donatello never really getting to live up?
He is rapping that chord so horribly. That's not how you rap a chord, bro.
You said this about the last movie.
Well, that's why the guy's just like, do this, bro.
But yeah, look,
no,
even
exactly.
he knows.
He's like, you clearly don't know what you're doing, you piece of crap noob. You're fired. Go join the force, you worthless prick. Get out of my sight.
Dandelions. What was I saying there? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, with Donatello. What do you feel like? Do you feel like? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious he doesn't live up to his Donatello Does Machines moniker in any of these films.
I'm sorry. Who's going to man the computer terminal later on and drain all the and like figure out where the canister's at? Who's going to hack the system and restart the whole thing
until it crashes? So, I mean, certainly okay. I will give it to you that yes, that is the one instance where they're like Donnie
he has basic computer functioning skills. Like that's nothing really too advanced.
And to be fair, in the third movie, you say he doesn't live up to the machine's hype. He was in feudal Japan in the third movie, and he made a time scepter. He didn't live up to it. He was in feudal Japan.
He tried to make that. He tried to make a time scepter.
Yeah, until it was broken.
Yeah.
Because Raphael's an idiot.
Come on, we all knew that thing was not going to work.
Whatever.
Egg timer.
Hey, he went back to the 1400s and he couldn't make anything with steel. What a loser. Like, what the hell?
Okay, let me rephrase it then.
You should have just invented the light bulb and then pieced out real quick, Just really
okay, let me
going.
rephrase it then. Do you feel like they could have highlighted his skills a little bit better?
First of all, look at this machine he invented where he has
double-sided mop.
Double-sided mop.
And then he's making out with it.
Hey, he's also a 15-year-old boy. Like, come on. I mean, yeah, exactly. And Donnie's always there for Mikey. Everyone's a critic.
Did Karate Kid have more of a cultural impact with that with that line, or did Secret of the Ooze have more of a cultural impact with that line?
It's tough to say. I mean, chances are if you were watching Ninja Turtles, you were watching Karate Kid. So, You know what I mean? They don't exactly stray far from the movie genre.
Now, do you remember the... this is something I learned in that...
that skyline, the Twin Towers.
I think it's the same. It's the same. Yeah, it's the exact same one. Doesn't matter where you're at in New York City, you get the same view.
Yep.
Do you remember in Karate Kid in the final match do you remember seeing the judge, the judge who was scoring the match and everything? He was the guy, the referee that was out there.
No.
I mean, you don't have to remember exactly who he is, but anyway, that guy was actually he's a real judge, but then he was also a stunt coordinator, and he was the stunt coordinator on the 1990 film.
Nice.
Yeah, he was the one that was responsible for bringing Ernie Reyes Jr. in.
Interesting.
Because when they were filming Karate Kid, IRL, in real life when they have those karate tournaments, did you ever go to a karate or a taekwondo competition with me?
No, I don't think I ever did.
So what they would do is they would have a kind of a demo, before a final match or something like that. They would have somebody come in and do some sort of demonstration. And so actually, when they were filming that in Karate Kid, they had Ernie come in to do to actually do a demo. And they ended up running out of time, and they never even had him, come in and actually do his demo. But he was actually there for the filming, for the end of Karate Kid. So, you know, it was just there to kind of pump up the crowd.
Look
and
at
everything.
Donnie get the screen time.
Yeah, and the a little bit of the Raphael emotional moment there.
Well, he has a more emotional moment later on. But.
Yeah. I'm gonna make my garage look like this. That's not true at all. Come on, buddy. Jasper.
I love the tubes. Like, why? Just, most drainage, I think, would just go down a sink. Like, why do you have to have the exposed tubes? Doesn't make sense. Like, it's waste.
Well,
why would you waste
how else
that?
are you gonna know where the ooze is going? Oh, ugh.
The security system is horrible.
But that is a good point, right? This is supposed to be like a week later. Yeah, where did Casey Jones go? Like a week later.
I mean,
Whoa. Hold on. How did she move into that apartment in a week?
Well,
Hey,
she had to find
look,
someplace to live.
Yeah, but that's a lot of... I love that thing.
I mean, remember, didn't her father own the apartment? It was probably insurance money, right? She probably got a quick insurance.
Yeah, there's no way that's getting turned around that fast.
It was in the 90s. It may have.
No, dude, that's going to be signed in
Dude, look
triplicate.
at Donatello all about these machines. Look at that. He's just all about these machines.
Hey guys, over there.
He's very excited. Sees the computer.
Look at that terminal.
That's me every morning now, just sliding up to my my computer,
Hop in the chair,
log into
roll
the NASA VPN.
Yeah, look at how much of an
He's also
expert he is.
only wearing a face mask and belt as he does it. I like how Leo has to narrate. It's like, no, Leo, we can frickin' all right, we can read. Oh yeah, I'm Donatello. I don't know anything about tech stuff.
Do it.
Exactly.
I like
Donatello doesn't do any techie stuff.
overhand, right
3 words per
overhand.
minute. Yeah,
It's like the
it's
tab
really good.
button.
You don't type like that? I type like that at work all the time.
He keeps doing it.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, see?
Yeah. Oh.
Way to go,
Well,
Donatello.
you know, when you have to take that many keystrokes to type what turned out to be 8 characters, it's
He's got big fingers, right?
to crash on you.
He's got big fingers.
Look at Donnie, front and center. I'm liking this movie.
Okay, so that's a good point. We should.
Oh, Donnie, look at that.
Okay, so I'm still seeing no
Where's
no
Most
weapons.
Staff go?
Do they have their weapons at
just
all?
lost- He had it. He had it in the last shot. Leo's got his swords. Okay. Leo
Oh
has his
wait,
swords.
he's got
There's
one.
the staff.
Okay,
Now
that's the first use, right? That's the first time we've seen a
First
weapon.
time a weapon has been used. Yes. And of course, it's the
And
blunt
he's
instrument.
got
Obviously.
some sticks.
Leo is using.
Okay, that doesn't count. No, that doesn't count.
Those aren't his swords.
Yeah, that
Those
doesn't
are the
count.
scarabs for his sword. Raph is just
I love how
not
Tatsu's
fighting
just-
it.
Yeah, Tatsu.
Hanging out.
Punt.
Now that where he goes 1, 2.
That is the most overweight foot soldier I've ever seen in my life.
Oh no! Wait,
He's clearly
dude, wait.
there to take
Just
hits.
wait. I will point some out to you.
So
just
slapstick.
Oh, so slapstick.
What is Leo using? Like pipes?
I think he took them from one of the foot soldiers. They're just like,
Yeah.
They almost look like billy clubs.
yeah.
Coffee doesn't have his bow staff again.
There it is.
Yep. Oh, yep. Yeah, there it is. Fair enough.
Why? Why would you throw it backwards?
With
All right,
the
here's this bath bomb. Bam.
I always thought it just was a golf ball, like an exploding golf ball.
Love it.
I think my dad had one of those as like a gag gif he got for like a.
Gag.
I wonder if those were real, because they're certainly used a lot in like Ninja Turtles, media. The smoke grenade, the smoke bomb where you throw it at your feet and just.
Oh, I'm sure there's a thing, but
Yeah.
probably not to that extent. If there is, that's impressive. 1990s chicks.
Paulina, is that a real person, or was that just a name they gave to just random chick on a?
Is Donatello like dabbing cologne behind his ears or something? He was dabbing something. And why does Michelangelo have drumsticks? That would have been a cool aspect, I think, for Mikey to have, like a characteristic where he just drums on random crap.
Her name is Paulina Porizkova, and she was a supermodel.
There we go. So that's good. I appreciate that.
By the way, for ninjas, they are the worst at hiding.
They
were much better in the first movie. At hiding.
Yeah, a week ago they were much better.
Yeah, they were much better ninjas a week ago. Eating all that pizza must have gotten to their
Granted, Danny did see them a couple times, but then when he'd look again, they were gone. So,
Which was far more impressive to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good touch there. The hand reaching, looking for him.
Why would she
The
even
hand
have
was
to show it
more,
off?
but the snap.
That's a good. That's also really good with the eyes. You're like,
You know, she could have just been like, "I'm dating an MMA fighter." Like,
there was no
you know
MMA
what I mean?
back then.
Look at this. Like, just
Yeah, that's pretty bad then.
You think Kino's not in that world of MMA fighting? He's probably
There was no
he probably
MMA.
know him.
That was not even a thing.
Raph, you are the worst at hiding.
Alex, when was the first? When was UFC 1?
shit, man.
I mean, you might be able to say that the very first MMA match was that Antonio Inoki against Muhammad Ali. But
UFC 1, 1993.
there you go.
Oh,
So 2 years after this.
so people were training. They were training to get to
Well,
that level. So
They were training, but they weren't training mixed. It was just
Main
martial
event
arts.
was Royce Gracie versus Gerard Gordeau, which Royce Gracie won.
Yeah.
Ken Shamrock was in that too.
Yeah.
you know, Michelangelo makes a good point right here.
I never got that line.
Yep.
All the good ones and
all
you
the
know.
good ones and to know. That's right. Of course, you wouldn't get it right.
I don't get it.
So basically, what you're telling me is you guys were all slime.
Slimed. No, that's a. I mean, is that a
But here's the
Nickelodeon term? Like
Here's the thing. Look. Which would you rather be known as? The guy who got slimed or the guy who got oozed?
or mutated.
No. Slimed or oozed is the question. Because Raph takes such offense. Like, it wasn't slime, it was ooze. It's like,
I think I'd rather
be
get
known as
oozed.
slime.
I think I would rather
I'd
get
rather
oozed.
get slimed.
Because this isn't Ninja Turtles 2's Secret of the Slime.
Yeah, only because ooze rhymes with two.
Interesting.
Did that just occur to you, Ryan?
Yeah. I'm wondering if that was intentional. Because they could have called it Secret of the Mutagen.
This guy over here. See, Mikey playing 4D chess. He just got caught.
I think I just saw inside Michelangelo's mouth.
Do you like what you see?
I did not like what I saw. I think it's one of those moments, if you pause it just perfectly, you'll see the dude's face in there.
Also, the two most ferocious animals he could find was, wolf and a snapping turtle, which they're just everywhere in New York City, that I understand, wolf and snapping turtles. I get it, Splinter's one of those, but I feel like a rat is more ferocious than a wolf, like pound for pound, you know what I mean?
But are they...
Also, the zoo is readily available. Like,
Right.
Well, that's where
could
they got
very
Bebop and
easily-
Rocksteady. They got him from Central Park Zoo.
Well, right.
Exactly. Yeah, they could have done that in this film. That's what we're saying.
And if they wanted to do something different, they could have. They didn't have to do a rhino and a warthog. They could have done.
I think they got done making. I think they got done making the puppets for the Ninja Turtles, and then they had all this extra material left over, and they're like, "Shit, we have all this extra turtle gear that we just have." Hence Toka.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the reason is because of a rights issue between like the animated series creators like Fred Wolf and Murakami and all them, and because that was the first that we saw Bebop and Rocksteady was in that series, and so they were basically claiming the rights to those characters.
This is a good one, Mikey.
See, culture. That's Casablanca. Spoiler alert, it's at the end. They got all their stuff in just those like 4 little knapsacks.
Well, just like the essentials.
Oh, the essentials. That's right.
Yeah, because they move in later.
That's right. Yeah.
They're like, they're just searching right now. It's, whatever.
There's a little bit of a timing issue, I think, here as well. Because obviously, Raph's about to leave. Timeshare.
Not quite ripe yet.
All right, so he leaves. Okay, so at 40 seconds. Yeah. So I want to see how long he's...
In true Raphael fashion, he leaves.
So there's 10 seconds. 15 seconds. In 15 seconds. You think that they might have just been like, Raph, Mike just fell.
You think
look,
Raph
we
would
found...
have screaming,
Yeah.
or the other
In 25 seconds, Michelangelo says, "Hey, check it out." They couldn't have been like, "Hey, Raph, we found the place. It's here. You can come back." Like, and then we'll go.
No, because
Couldn't do
first
that.
of all, Raph number one didn't give a shit.
Look at Donatello not doing machine things.
Yeah,
He turned the power on.
You just have to land right where the power switch is,
and know what it is, and what to do with it.
Oh yeah, it's real tough.
Yeah, he knew how to flip a switch. Whoa.
Okay, now, later with the anti-mutagen and all that, I guess he does get involved with the professor. So that was Jasper, by the way.
Now, granted, I'm not 100% sure, but with the power being turned on, why does that automatically turn the power on the train?
Connected to the third rail, maybe. That's where it gets its power source.
Yeah, true.
And that's a real thing too, right? Where there are some of those like abandoned tunnels, like underneath New York City.
Oh yeah. That fat soldier's behind him again.
Some big hands.
That is just scary.
Okay, Channel 3.
Okay.
Was it Channel 3 in the last movie? I can never keep track of the channels.
I don't know. It was Channel 6 in the cartoon show. Yeah, I think it was Channel 3.
It was Channel 3 Eyewitness News? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Just making sure. I know. And like every different version, she's like on a different channel.
Although
Twin Towers in the background.
She has a different boss.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Twin Towers are in every
It's the
every
same
view.
His name's
Or just
Danny.
Donnie.
Is that supposed to be Vern? Is that supposed to be Vern?
That could easily have been Vern.
Yeah.
It could have been.
Where are you guys? Did you find a place?
Uncredited.
Donatello already got the phone working. Like, man, this guy. And it's a portable phone. He can walk around. Like, look at him. Look at that.
All right. That's good.
So-
Is it just me, or is Donatello more of a character in this movie, and Leo is less of a character in this movie?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Donnie's getting a lot more screen time in this movie.
Oh,
than Leo's
incredibly.
getting less.
Incredibly. Yeah, way, way, way more.
That could be
That
why
might be
this is
why
an
I like
inferior
it.
movie. But
Like, here's Leo being a little bitch, and then that's it. And look, this is what you remember. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. You know. And Donnie front and center again. Leo, get out of my shot, Leo. You're behind me. Stop trying to get in front.
We gotta go out and look for him.
And then he hurts Donnie for stealing his spotlight. You know. Like,
in just 1 year, the amount of additional expression that they've been able to do on the face is pretty amazing.
oh yeah,
oh yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, it was like the
wouldn't hold
first
it.
movie was so serious because it was all about Leo and Raph, and then this movie is less serious because it seems to have a lot more Donnie and Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
That bar wouldn't have held them, or wouldn't have held them. Not even close.
Yeah, because don't they like bite a telephone pole in half in about 30 seconds? Like, yeah, because Razor bends that thing, and then he hits Toko over the head with it, like while they're still very young. And they're
Maybe it's a
baby
leverage
form.
thing. They didn't have enough leverage to push up against it or something. How'd they get the knee pads on and everything already?
Well, I think the real question is, how did they grow with them? Just tied them off, and then they somehow grew with them.
I'm pretty sure I could show Elo in this movie now.
I don't know. Razar's terrifying.
Yeah, real
Yeah,
terrifying.
Toka's kind of cute though. But
Toka's kind
Razar-
of cute, but Razar is just...
It's just a big dog.
Babies.
There's that fat foot soldier again.
They're stupid.
Shredder's wanting to return him. Like,
Shredder's wanting to euthanize him.
Yeah, Shredder is he is
Shredder
he's the most anti-PC.
Toka kind of looks like one of those birds from the Dark Crystal.
Oh, well,
and it's Jim Henson Muppet Shop, so I could totally see how that would happen. But
yeah,
he totally looks like one of those vulture creatures from the Dark Crystal.
yeah.
I wouldn't be standing close to them while they do that.
I love how he's like all of a sudden like he's an expert on mutating animals.
Oh yeah, he created the Ninja Turtles.
I'm curious why the mutations were so different. Because, I mean,
Well,
I
it
feel
was
like-
years ago. So
Yeah.
there could have been some degradation of the
degradation. Yeah.
Also
chemical
could have been
composition
dependent on
of the
exposure,
mutagen.
time of exposure, being exposed to different creatures.
The sewer
Like-
water. The sewer water could have diluted the mix.
Potentially.
May have been some other chemicals in the sewer water that mixed in. And certainly the time frame of the mutation. I mean, the turtles mutated over a much longer period of time. And these guys mutated in like a day.
Essentially.
you imagine those growing pains? It's been terrible.
Oh, they have those bandages on, so you know.
There was another like 12-year-old in there. Come on, you can do it.
Yeah.
Very upset with himself right there.
Well, yeah, deservedly so. Like, how dare you let that little punk take you to the ground? Like, come on, former Donatello. Plus, you know, growing up, Ryan, I was always the short one, so of course I was all about Kino kicking the crap out of the taller dudes.
Yeah.
Kino, wasn't it? You seem to be the only one worthy of a final test. You'll have 15 seconds. Remove as many of the bells as you can.
Sound and you fail.
Sound and you fail.
So hard.
We work in concealment. 15
We work in concealment.
Go.
Okay, now that smoke bomb.
That actor thought that was his big break. He was going to be like huge. He's be like Sam Rockwell was in the first movie.
That smoke bomb lit much faster than the one in the lab.
Well, he threw it down a lot.
And here's
harder.
the thing, right? He's like, you have to do every single one, right? And when he does it, he's like, wow, I can't believe he actually did that.
Dude again.
Yeah.
He's like everywhere. He's so big. He's just in every shot. Oh!
I see what you did there.
Yeah, thanks.
Raphael's doing a very good job of not being seen.
Hey, remember how great he was at not being seen when they were in April's apartment, and he thought he could get away with that shit here.
I know, no, but he has. He's been with him the whole time. No one's ever noticed. He's single-handedly infiltrated the foot soldiers' headquarters here until all of a sudden.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's not so good at not getting caught.
'77 Chevy.
Well, that was only like 14 years before this movie came out, so yeah.
Some
By the way,
solid math.
why does Raphael keep getting into these like 700-on-1 battles in these movies?
That's a good question. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but it is for like amazing how much more, facial animation they were able to get in just 1 year of development between movies.
I feel like there's far more efficient moves he could be doing besides that.
And of course, they're doing the typical where like one guy at a time.
And then they realize,
wait a second, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's funny because it looks like he and Tatsu are like nose to nose, and then all of a sudden Shredder gets in between them.
Well, also, Raph looked to the right before Shredder came in from that direction, Twin Towers. So, like,
Yeah.
But then he's like, surprise, Shredder's finally there. It's like, oh, I thought you already saw him before he came into the shot.
I always thought that the rhyming with these lines.
Before cell phones were a thing, people. This was just it. You just couldn't get in touch with people.
That's true. That's very true.
You couldn't just shoot a text from the from the garbage dump like, "Hey, we're at the dump. This is where the foot is."
Just go. Like,
LOL.
Couldn't go live on Periscope or something.
Right. You could get on TikTok and live stream that shit.
Is that a line like from other things?
It's so many other things.
It's everything.
It's the most cliche. Like,
Here's another done.
By the way, Donatello right here. Just. Oh yeah.
Hey, does this count?
Yep, that's
Does it?
twice.
Well, he didn't really hit them with the weapon.
He
though.
defended himself, but he did use it. I guess that counts. I guess it does count. He used his weapon, did things. His weapon touched other weapons. That's like the line of the movie. Come on, a little too.
This is the worst. This is so bad.
This is like the most obvious trap moment. But that's what Donatello points out, too. Is like,
Little Charlie Angels
this is totally
jump
an
there.
ambush that's happening. He ties it to the second.
He looks at his watch that he has none.
Exactly. Hey, guys, it's cool. No, it's fine. One of us in this net has swords. Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry, we're not allowed to use them.
Where did they go? They're not there. I thought Leo had swords this whole time. Instead, they just disappeared between shots.
Now he's got him, doesn't he?
I
think he's got him. Did he not have him in the last shot?
It is hard to tell sometimes because the scabbards are so long in this movie. That's like a professional wrestler look right there. It's
yeah.
And then you.
No, look, Leo's swords aren't in there. That's a timely reference to Ralph Nader.
Pretty sure foot soldier was doing peace sign.
How did Leo lose his swords? I don't understand this.
I love Splinter's $12 KB Toys bow.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, what else?
There's the
Now
swords.
he has the. Oh,
Yeah.
look.
Now they're there.
Okay, now he has the sword. So it's like a net that makes swords disappear.
It's magical.
It's
No
Alex.
weapons.
It's one of two things. It's either a magical net that makes swords disappear, or Leo had his swords the entire time. Which one do you want it to be?
Sticks it under the beak.
Yeah.
So you should obviously still be able to talk.
Well, your airway's still blocked though. But, yeah. Yeah, Leo. Swords. You.
I almost feel like the bandanas are longer in this movie to make it look like they're like hair.
There's the fat guy again.
Was that him? No.
I don't know. I just feel like these are the most out of shape foot soldiers. They're
You just had out of shape foot soldiers.
Yeah.
They
well, I guess we lost most of our crew, so.
Yeah, we lost most of our elite a week ago, so.
well, they were still on their way to the big battle. They didn't make it in time.
Speaking about wrestling poses there, Ryan.
Oh yeah. On WrestleMania, there it is.
WrestleMania. Yeah, come on, ref. There you go.
Oh, you,
Yeah.
Darby, you used
really
that
well.
line so many times.
Raph is literally the
And there he used his weapon.
Yeah, I guess that counts.
Yeah, I mean, he flat out wound up and hit him unprotected. I'd say that counts as using the weapon.
Okay, so the only weapon we've seen so far is just the bow staff.
Well,
Right.
I was gonna say it's the most non-lethal out of the three.
Yeah, it's a stick.
Yeah,
So
it's a stick, yeah.
Well,
It's like nunchucks are
actually, I would say the nunchucks are probably the most unlethal.
dangerous. No, sword's probably the most.
No. The nunchucks are the most unlethal.
Oh yeah, they're the most. Yeah, they're the worst.
Like
weapon.
they really are not that good. I mean, they look cool, but they're really not that
actual
effective.
weapons.
Yeah.
And Leo with the no, okay, did Leo do that intentional, or is Toka just that powerful? Is that what they were demonstrating?
A little bit of both. I think a little bit of both.
That he could roll Leo that far.
He threw him, and then Leo took it and just he literally
just rolled with
he rolled with it.
I'll see myself out. Thank you.
We got the TGRI guy. What are all these foot soldiers doing?
They're having trouble getting over the getting through that narrow pathway that
they're trying to catch their breath at this point.
It's not like the turtles are taking any of them out, like.
It's not like any of them were skinny enough to go through that car door. See, they have to go over.
There's a fat one in the back. See him?
Well, they just go through the car door.
Bro, he can't even get up the car. You see that? He was struggling.
He can't even get over the fridge.
I'm glad you guys are noticing this now as well, because I'm just gonna. I'll go ahead and preview it now. So it's the next battle between them, in the construction site. When it's surrounded by the foot soldiers, you have to look in the background at the foot soldiers because there's a bunch of them, and they just got any North Carolina anybody that they could just as an extra, and got a lot of
Like at that point,
Jim Bob's and
cut his feet off.
Right. Yeah.
Severely wounded him, fatally wounded him at that point.
Raph could have at least taken his side and stabbed it straight up through Toka's foot.
Yep. Donnie has the best gestures in this entire movie, though.
He does.
Yeah.
Leo
colloidal.
Back there. Leo's
colloidal.
Not even in the shot. Oh, he walked up into it. Okay, good for him.
Amazing, guys.
Hey, you're only 15 seconds away from finding it.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Raph, you left, dude. Oh, hey, Raph, why don't we look at the place you found? Oh, okay.
Yeah, a few inquiries. Yeah, a few, we'll give you a tour later.
Speak. The professor has much to tell us.
Wait, he's not all of a sudden he's like, I know what you are. He knew the turtles right away, but it's like, wait, nobody told me about a rat. Hold on.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell us the formation of the Ooze?
See,
Yeah.
Donatello getting him.
Yeah, Donatello's getting deep here, right? He's he's definitely the emotional one in this movie.
I'm okay with it. Maybe that's why I like Adam Carl so much as Donatello. Because he actually played a Donatello with layers. But he's still the Donatello that's there for Mikey when Mikey gets picked on.
Please continue, Professor.
Please continue.
Well, on our way to bury them in their collision caused us to lose one of the canisters down the sewer.
Go
I thought
ahead.
the professor looked really, really, really familiar, and I couldn't figure out why. Have you guys watched the 2018 Mary Poppins yet or no?
Yeah.
No.
He's Admiral Boom.
No.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It just hears Leo speak weird compared to the other turtles.
Leo's?
Yeah. I feel like he has a more protrusion. It protrudes more.
It's more bulbous.
It's bulbous, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more rounded.
Yeah.
This way, dude. It ain't the Hilton.
It ain't the Hilton.
It's where he stores his ego.
You'd be better off staying at the Hilton.
In his bulbous head.
It's a little more
Man,
bulbous.
Michelangelo is pretty short, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, look, emotional Donnie.
Yeah. Man, I
Emotional
never really
Donnie.
put it together, but yeah, he is absolutely. He is.
This is the emotional
Wait, is this
Donnie
the
moment I
same?
was referring
Is
to
this the
earlier.
same audio cue from when Raph and goes back to the lair and has the little cry session with Splinter in the 1990 film?
I don't know.
I thought we'd find out we were special.
Do not confuse the
Might be.
splendor of your origin,
May have just reused the same little audio cue.
my son.
I don't believe him. There's just got to be more to it.
Just got to be more.
Search for the beginning rarely has so easy an end. But our search will have to wait.
We're all gonna get quiet here.
Has left us with
Well, hey, I'm all about Donnie finally getting some action, you know, like getting some scenes, getting deep.
Took on Razar getting it on in there.
Fucking.
It looks like there's some turtle wolf mating going on.
That, you know what? It didn't help that Toko's eyes were kind of like when they. Toko looked like he was doing something back there. We all know about the size of turtles, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about we talked about the Turtles comparison between 1 and 2. What about Splinter? Which I guess puppet, I don't know, for lack of a better term.
I mean, it's clearly a better puppet in this movie because they had more money. But I think I liked the first Splinter better, even though I know it's Kevin Clash doing both and voicing both. So to me, the difference is
It's purely cosmetic.
very small. Doesn't matter to me really, because in the third movie, Splinter sucks. Splinter.
Yeah. He looks almost more like Fox-like in this film, like the style that they use is a little.
Well,
more
he also has more expressive, more expressions in his face as well, and his ears especially. Like his ears move a lot more in this movie.
Mm-hmm. And yet, I think he's certainly on screen much less.
I think well, here's the thing. Like in the last movie, most of his on-screen time, he was chained up.
Yeah.
At least we
in the dark.
at least get to see him kind of do something.
Hey, we get
He
the
shot a bow and arrow. So
same chief.
same chief.
Well, yeah,
I love the generic, like, this is bank. In case anybody was wondering, this is a bank.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Flowers and plants.
Import, export.
Cafe.
That's how little product placement they had for this movie.
Yep.
They couldn't even have real names of real businesses.
They couldn't even get Starbucks to show up, even in the 90s when they were a thing.
I see. Then what leads you to believe they did this?
They couldn't even get like a Domino's product placement.
Is there anything else?
Wow. That's fascinating. Like, what was
Because they
the...
had Domino's in the first one.
I mean, what was the... I wonder what the reasoning there was.
I don't know.
There's people arguing in the background here.
Guess you're not the ones that are going to have to handle
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah, it's
it was
New
this
York.
big.
It's New York.
Have a nice day.
Look at those cop lights. But
Where's Freddie?
okay, let me.
Where's
see,
Freddie?
this guy actually knows what he's doing when he's rapping a chord. That guy's an actual PA who got paid to say a line because he knew how to rap a freaking chord.
There you go. It's good to see. Some authenticity here.
Finally paying respect.
And now they get
They're like,
they
where's Freddie go?
they
He's like,
kidnap
I fired
April.
him for being so lousy at tying his fucking chords.
They kidnap April, and then they just let her go. This is not. This
Well,
is
they
not
had
how you
to.
do it.
She had to
What?
deliver a
It's
message.
me.
Yeah, why did he have to reveal his face? He could just be like, "Hey, April," like give a message to Splinter.
Yeah.
Or
At this
the
point, she
Turtles.
knows who the foot is, so, like,
Yeah, he didn't need to reveal himself as like a spy or anything.
Yeah, or you do it, like you put the note on the arrow, and then you shoot the arrow into the
where's
side of the
Danny?
van.
Where's Danny in all this?
What are you talking about? You put the note in the arrow, and then you shoot April with the arrow, and then you go read the freaking note.
This time maybe Central Park.
Oh, man. Central Park.
Central Park.
How are they going to avoid all of those?
People.
By the way, Bart Simpson glass, all about it.
Yeah. Yep.
Because April's using it now. I guess they only have the one glass. I mean, they did just move in.
What is the? Is there any connection between the Simpsons and the Turtles?
Not that I know of.
Anybody that worked on both?
But you guys don't stand a chance.
Is it just? I mean, I know Cowabunga, right? I think Bart has said Cowabunga with the skateboard. Turkey baster. Very. 338 Kelvin. Come on. Just throw some ranking
Brian,
out
how hot
there.
or cold is that?
It doesn't matter. It's Kelvin. I think you subtract like 273 to get Celsius or something like that. I can't remember. It's chemistry. That's more on my wife's side of the house.
Yeah, try carrying it on the subway sometime. Never gonna see so fast in my life.
Here's Leo being expressive.
What is he carrying? What is that supposed to be? What did he? I don't understand. Like, what did he get? I'm missing something here. He's like, try carrying it on the subway. Like, what did he carry?
The ingredients smelled horrible.
What ingredients? Where did he go? He can't run down to like a Safeway.
All these ingredients that the professor sent him to go get. Clearly, that smells horrible, and he had to carry it all on the subway.
It's very strange. And so he just sprinkled some
eyes of a noob, blood of a hen. He's not sure. Pepperoni heaven, like a scientist wasn't eating pizza back then. I'm sure like that's all they were eating. If you're in your lab all the time, pizza's an incredibly efficient food to be eating. The one glass that they have.
Yeah, and puts Bart right up to the camera.
I'll give you $10 to drink that.
You mean they have to eat it?
You mean
Donatello front and center. Well, not center, but in the front.
Look at those skylight lights, like the
That should be easy. Well, any ideas? Well, you could solidify an ice cube.
like a cathedral in there.
Well, I've got an idea.
All right, so this is where I jumped in with the TMNT Minute guys.
Now, here's the thing, though. Like, I get what Mikey was thinking with the donuts, but, like, Razar's a dog. Just coat it in peanut butter and chuck it at him. I mean, I'm just saying.
No! Give me the donuts now!
It is hard to spell.
It is. Yeah.
I have screamed that during many a show. When like a loud noise comes to my headset.
Okay,
somebody.
look at all these guys in the background. So you got Tonfas, you got just got to keep an eye on all these foot soldiers in the background. Yeah.
Guy with cross arms in the back.
Yeah.
On the right.
Yeah. And especially these guys that are behind the turtles up on the second row. They have definitely put the guys.
Look at
this guy with just swinging his like rubber bow like back and forth. Oh gosh. These guys in the background, look at. Oh, it's so good.
All right, if you had to fight one of those guys one-on-one, which one are you taking?
Donut. Ooh.
Like, you're a Ninja Turtle. Which one are you attacking? Like, they're both coming at you. Which one are you attacking first?
Oh gosh. That's a good question. Pre-fight donut. I love that.
I feel like I'm attacking Razar first because he's less padded in the front.
God, he's so creepy though. I don't know if I'd be able to do Razar.
You gotta like scratch his belly and get him to like lay down, and I think that's what I would do. Yeah, I'd go with that route. Num nums. So this is obviously something I say a lot right now with trying to
num nums.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, num nums. Yeah. Ooh, little drooly. Yeah. Yeah. This is almost a daily basis.
By the way, I mean, spoiler alert, but like, how are they not hearing the kick-ass concert that's happening literally like one wall?
How are the
How are you not
fans
hearing the
just
bass
letting
from
them,
the
like, give
epic
them donuts?
jams?
So
That's what I'm wondering.
I brought
Everyone's just
this up.
standing by, like, okay, this is fine. No
Yeah.
big deal.
I brought this
Yeah,
up
no,
too.
this is normal. This is
Where
normal.
are
You
they?
always don't.
Like, what is this building supposed to be? Because it's like a big open section, and there's just like random, like, I mean, obviously it's under construction,
It's clearly a construction site on a pier.
yeah. But what kind of building?
Also connected to a night.
And then you see like the exterior of that building next door, off to the side. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like some sort of like apartment complex or
terrifying.
something?
Leo no longer has swords.
That's just black.
Ooh.
And then the Dock Shore Club, which is right next door.
Club. I'll take the ugly one. Which one's the ugly one?
But see, Donnie's the only one that's going to step up to take the ugly one. He even did. He was like, with his kick to Razar really quick.
I mean, a lot of turtles being thrown through things. I wonder if this was any of this was inspiration for like Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. You know, throwing the foot soldiers at the screen.
That was awesome. That was an awesome, like, brand new game mechanic. That was so awesome.
Yeah. Look at those costumes.
Just.
There's so much going on here. I almost feel like I don't even know what to talk about.
I like how they don't even, like, the people are running, but they're not leaving.
Right, that's true. Hey, there's still a fat beat going on, so.
Hey, Vanilla Ice is still performing, so we're here.
Yeah.
Hey, Donatello using a tie instead of a bow staff or whatever.
Get it.
Yeah, no, this is normal.
Everyone turns back around and says,
everyone turns back around. Yeah, screw the fight to the death that's happening behind us.
Oh, so
By
good.
the way, Toka's spikes are about like 13 inches long and could easily pierce somebody's torso if he gets like too close.
They just back up into anybody. Just instant death.
Razar's just dancing back there, it looks like. I saw Mikey's over there, it looks like.
Definitely had the cassette single for this. In addition to the cassette album. In addition to the now CD album.
We got Penn and Teller over here, like, back in the 90s.
This is a little. This kind of seems like a throwback to Back to the Future. You know, where he's on the phone, he's trying to, like, you know, the Chuck Berry thing.
And you got the professor with the coat, trying to go back back to the time and trying to reverse stuff.
Trying to reverse stuff.
By the way, Donatello getting all this screen time.
Yeah. Hey. Oh man. And Kino just meditating over here. Come on now.
He's not. He's not doing a good job of it. But see, look at Splinters of Ears, man. Those things move a lot more in this movie. Year and a half.
But what was Splinter thinking? Like, being like, no, I barely know you. We've just met. But I'm going to tell you what you can and cannot do.
Well, but that's why when Kino's like, you can't keep me here. He's like, no, I can't. Like, he's like,
oh, yes, good question. No, I cannot.
Like, can't keep me here. No, it's true.
Nope.
I cannot. Then he like sweeps the leg with his tail, and he's like, "But it's gonna be really hard to get out of here with a broken leg." They just like break the leg.
Got some fire extinguishers.
Oh yeah, you need that CO2.
You have to get that CO2.
Just look at that dude in the back with his Poindexter glass. Look at that dude with his deep. Oh man, the 90s.
I gotta imagine this was also filmed in North Carolina. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Wait, I hope so. Anyway.
This is okay. Now that you wouldn't actually put someone to sleep by shoving CO2 down their throat. But I guess
I'm pretty sure
this is part of the anti-mutagen.
Mutagen, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay, they like it. Where have they been this whole time? They just waited for...
They had to pay. They had to pay their cover together. For like 90 people, it takes a bit. Donatello with the fancy moves.
So they can't make change. All I've got is a 20. Does anyone have change?
Get their IDs.
Yeah. All the IDs are just there. It's just, they've all got their masks on their IDs.
Put their back on because of social distancing.
And someone, oh god, that.
Oh, this is amazing. Wishbone Crunch on 2. Too bad that was never a move in the video. I feel like that should have been a move in the video games.
Yeah.
In co-op mode.
That should have been, but but at the same
because he gets this shot. Raph is the worst. He's in the back.
He doesn't need to dance. It's fine. I do feel like he needed a better way out of this movie, though.
He's Joseing loyal, man. Look at that, man.
Because of the lighting, Leo really gets like a Venus vibe.
If she was just loyal to her man, she wouldn't have wound up almost being killed by Shredder.
Look at Donnie with the hip thrust.
Oh, dude, Donnie's been doing hip thrusts in this entire movie. I mean, I would have pointed out every scene he's in, there's like a hip thrust of some kind.
Oh, man.
It's like, look at my dick right there. You know, like in that, he did like that swing motion right there. And Donnie's in the front telling Shredder to go fuck himself. Leo's
look at Leo. He's like, hey, I'm the leader. Get out of the
way. I should.
Oh, here comes Kino. Everyone stops what they're doing.
Kino, why you gotta do that shit, bro?
Kino did what they were too busy to They were too busy talking shit. Kino just did it. You know what I mean? Like, look.
Yeah, and by the way, that canister is still full.
Yeah.
That should not be full.
Look,
they used a ton of it.
She just stayed with her man.
Yeah, I know. Look, and then there's some right there. So they used a bunch on Toko and Razar. He's got a little vial of it there, and for some reason the full canister, or the big canister was still full. Keytar.
Full volume.
My daughter especially liked the this part of the retelling of the movie. Michelangelo hit the turned the volume really high with the keytar. I was like, "What's a keytar?" I was like, "Don't worry about it."
It's only the greatest instrument ever invented by mankind.
Okay, now is that wolf full size? That's like a puppy wolf.
Yeah, they're babies. They were babies.
Yeah, but that
I feel like
snapping
Toka
turtle was
is
full size.
A fully grown snapping turtle. Yeah, I feel like. But maybe here's the thing: like a fully grown snapping turtle has the intellectual capacity as like a young wolf does. So, so
there's your one backdrop from New York City once again.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
Actually, yeah, NECA just came out with a Super Shredder I guess it was another one that was
It's just such a
impossible to get.
waste. Like, I'm so like this. This is such a scary looking villain, and like, oh my god, Shredder's like OP as shit now, and it's like, yeah, what does he do with it? Fucking idiot. It's like such a waste. Like he could have just held all 4 turtles and just brought the whole thing down on all of them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that would have been a better thing instead of him just doing this. I don't know. Or at least take Leo with him, since he grabs Leo and chucks him. I just got popped in the face while saying that. Leo has no swords. No swords. But look, he just had Leo. Like he just, hey, I could snap his neck right now while I bring this whole thing down.
Man.
And I like how
he gives him a
speech.
he gives him like a monologue here. Come on,
A monologue
Leo.
to say we're gonna jump in the water. It's like, hey, we're turtles, so water.
Sorry, Alex. We're like dumping all over Leo in this movie, but kind of deserves it.
I mean, it was a decent one-liner.
I did say that in the retelling to my daughter that don't forget we are turtles.
Leo has no swords and Donatello has no bow staff. I don't know which one is Donnie. I just know none of them had bow staffs.
Here's one thing too, is that there was supposed to be a scene in the 1990 movie that got cut. I think it's actually in the original trailer where you see the turtles all pop up, like their shells pop up.
Huh.
I had to pause right there. And out of the water. And I kind of feel like this was kind of like thinking, with that thought, like, oh yeah, we could do this thing where we were going to do in the first movie.
Right.
Nobody could have survived that.
I just love that no matter what angle they're facing, it's the same view of the city.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you how amazing New York really is.
They got one.
They got 7 buildings. It's just,
and they're
everywhere. They move with you. It's like the moon.
Oh.
Well, Splinter, it's not like
right.
It's not like she added they were giant turtles, by the way.
Right.
Like they could have
There's a
lot
of push for recycling in this movie. I don't know if you guys even above the TV right now it says recycle.
Well, this was so this was certainly the time where that was all starting to really be pushed, and certainly in the TMNT Adventures series, that was a very big topic. The Archie series. Environmentality.
Of course not, Master Splinter. We practice ninja.
And
they just went to a party and club.
Yeah. He's already got the newspaper.
Fight to the death.
We
ate all the donuts, by the way. I know we left with a bunch of donuts. They're gone.
I mean, 10 flips isn't bad.
Splinter's like, I wanted a donut.
So here's one thing too, where in the animated series where Splinter was a human first, and there was an effort to try to unmutate Splinter so that he could return to being Hamato Yoshi, but they were certainly not interested at all in any sort of anti-mutagen in any of them in this movie, because they would have just returned to their animal form. So
I like that movie.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. Yeah.
It's I mean, maybe it's just because I like Donnie, and Donnie definitely, I don't know, played more of a role, but I always had a soft spot.
Francois Chow, turning as Shredder, and
and Leif Tilden as Foot 3. He was also Donatello.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Francois Chow was also in Lost. He was a professor in the Dharma Initiative.
Vanilla Ice as himself. Because the whole
Disc jockey
like,
Earthquake.
Disc jockey Earthquake.
I don't think I ever saw a disc jockey.
Kevin Clash.
It's so weird. And then there's like a space and then 2 more names. That's interesting.
Adam Carl. That's right. Hey, Token Razzo. We're the same guy. Good job, Frank Welker.
Oh, Frank Welker's a very famous voice actor.
I'm Brian. I know voice actors.
I've met several of them.
Fight performed by Ernie Reyes Jr. himself. Like, oh, I'm so awesome.
Wait a second. That was... Oh, wow. I never put that together. Okay, so now, which of the 1990 and 1991, which one have you seen more?
Oh, probably the first one.
No, yeah, 90.
Yeah,
by far.
Me too. I'm thinking back.
I think it's a better overall. For me, it's a better overall movie. It's darker.
It is, and especially when we were like young when this movie came out. But as you get older, you tend to start liking the darker stuff. So then, of course, you're going to go back and watch the darker one over and over again as well.
Which film is more quotable?
It might be this one, actually.
Yeah,
it's gonna.
There's
it's
only,
close.
There's only maybe a handful that I take from the 90, the original movie. I think this one.
I think the first one has maybe less quotable.
They have more quality over quantity.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. I think there's a lot of them in this movie, but there's not that many that you can use like in public. Like you can't really use the which one's the ugly one too often.
I may never have the hiccups again is one I say all the time.
Oh, there you go. You can't use the hello with just like a random woman on the phone.
I've done the like perestroika, and then everyone looks at you weird, and then you're like, "Oh, I got it, perestroika." I've done that. I've definitely done perestroika. But I mean, like we said earlier, though, it's no bossa nova.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. What about soundtracks?
Soundtrack.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Man, wow! Did we just have a moment there? I think we did.
We did. No, man. I like 2.
Wow, you going 2?
You like 2? I was gonna say 1. Like,
I do.
I like 1 better. I mean, yes, 2 has the ninja rap, and that's great. But I don't know. 1 has.
It's not even the ninja rap though. Like, I think just overall the soundtrack is better. But it's got a lot of house in it. And a lot of those early 90s vibes.
Yeah.
It's very timely. It's very like for its time. But then you have like, I mean, spin that wheel. I mean, spin that wheel. That song was amazing. I mean, it sucked, but come on, as a kid, I love it.
Well, you get Yakk on all 3, right?
What's up?
Yakk, you get Yakk on all 3. I mean, I certainly wore out those cassettes, all 3 of them.
Oh yeah. Well, the third movie's all about Tarzan Boy.
I mean that's.
It's all about.
And
Tarzan
you get
Boy.
Turtle Power once again. You get Turtle Power as a reprise on the third one. But yeah, I would certainly say that the third movie is probably in third place of the 3.
We need to get around to watching that one too.
Oh, that will be next. Yeah.
The third one?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of alcohol.
Hey, remember there was that episode that we recorded at your in-laws' place, Alex, where we had it playing like on Netflix, like in the middle.
Oh.
Do you remember this?
Kind of.
We were at your in-laws in where was that considered? Is that considered what, Brandon or Tampa or?
It's Valrico. I try not to think of that place, but yeah.
Ouch.
I remember us recording. I don't remember what we were recording, but I remember recording.
Yeah, we had the third film on, just kind of in the background, and we were just like cracking up over random pieces, and Darby felt very left out because he didn't know where we were. What? I did see It said Skywalker Sound South. which I didn't know that there was another Skywalker Sound campus.
Well, it probably wasn't after doing this movie. I'm kidding. But
so it says special thanks to Brian Henson there. Of course, Brian Henson, the heir apparent to his father.
So Coke, Toys R Us, Dunkin' Donuts,
and they put restaurant in the background.
And Brian Henson I believe, is still in charge of Jim Henson Company. And
well, doesn't Disney own the Muppets now?
They do, but Henson I think he runs that particular part of it. I think so.
Line Cinema.
Yeah.
Thank you, New Line.
But he's definitely remained very involved in the industry. So I believe that's it.
Well, that was entertaining.
That was fun.
I enjoyed that.
I did appreciate that there wasn't really much product placement. I just wish there wasn't like the backgrounds were just so they were just so generic, man. I just wish there was a little bit more to that, especially with a bigger budget.
Bigger budget means better puppets.
Do you so obviously the first film utilized darkness a lot. I think to set a tone, but also to hide maybe imperfections in the puppets, to make to kind of fool the viewers into thinking that they were more real. Do you think that was missed here? Do you
well, this movie was obviously targeted more towards kids, which is why they don't use the weapons, which is why, so you can't, it has to be lighter if you're going to aim it more towards kids, especially if they're doing goofier antics. Well, you know what I mean? You gotta have proper lighting.
Well, I think that's the weird thing, right? Is because the original film, I guess you could say, was also, geared towards children, but not overly so.
They pulled a little bit more from the original comic book series for the 1990s. I feel like there was a lot more influence in that movie from the original comics. Mm-hmm. And then for the 1991 movie, toys were selling like crazy. I think they may have pulled a little bit more from the 87 series.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was a different time too. Like, I mean, you remember the ESRB, and then just parents going crazy about violence on TV.
Yeah. And that's true.
Like, it's just like,
it is amazing for any of the listeners out there that that weren't around at the time. It's crazy to think back to like what, for lack of a better term, what parents in general were getting so upset about and writing their congressman about.
Beavis and Butthead was getting blamed for suicides.
Yeah, it's amazing to think like where the world was back then.
We say that now, but you know what? Like, your kids are going to say that about our generation. Like, man, our parents' generation, they'll find something.
Yeah.
Because back then the internet wasn't a thing. So, like, how do you get in touch with your congressman? There was no Twitter or any of that. You actually had to write to him.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it. And nowadays, if you're pissed off about something, how many? And here's the funny thing: if you're pissed off about something, or you go on Twitter, how many people who are pissed off are tweeting at their elected official?
Yeah.
They're the same people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the same thing.
I guess there's always been people that are going to get triggered by stuff. It's just a matter of when and what technology was available.
Fair, kids are idiots. We watched the Ninja Turtles growing up. We were playing with weapons. You and I never hurt each other too badly with them.
My nunchucks, and I still have my original nunchucks. I just
you also
found
bought
them.
size. You had a pair of size.
I still have my pair of size, but
you know what I'm saying? I was a Donatello guy. I had a stick.
Yours was easy. You could go to Home Depot and get yours.
Alex is screwed. Like, hey, Mom, can you buy I mean, like 2 katana blades, please. Like,
Knives.
but
That's
even
all
then,
I-
knives are horrible for like kids to be playing with.
I mean, they don't know what they're doing.
It's fine, guys. I had knives. What?
Oh, jeez. Well,
But I enjoyed that movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say that my original nunchucks were made from plastic chain link and 2 key rings and a snorkel that I cut in half.
Yeah.
Those are the handles.
You know, another thing that was missed in that movie was you had this iconic villain that came back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And had no battles with.
No.
Whatsoever.
The one battle they had, he killed himself.
He killed himself.
Yeah.
And you'd think he'd be seeking vengeance and want to take it upon himself to kind of at least, I don't know, do something.
Instead of just sending in giant creatures to fight on his behalf.
He literally just got defeated and had one of the greatest. I mean, the fight scene on the rooftops at the end of the 1990s movie was so amazing, where the turtles are just emotional. They think that their father's gone. Like they're just getting so emotional. It's such an emotional scene, and then you have this.
Shredder's almost a little bit more of almost like a Cobra Commando.
Yeah.
He's almost looked at more as kind of like the brains of the outfit rather than actually being the strong one.
Sometimes when you meet your mortal enemy, it's not always the most emotional of moments. The first time you meet him, sure, it will be, but maybe the second or third time, not as emotional. It's like, oh, I know this prick.
He didn't need to become Super Shredder because he bested the Turtles already anyway.
But did he? Did he though?
He's going to do some damage, and he kills himself.
He doesn't know that Splinter's not, there or not. So he knows that he almost died last time he battled them. So maybe there is a little bit of
on a
trepidation.
Rooftop,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, either way, it was lackluster.
It was a poorly thought out plan.
Super Shredder was a waste. I mean, we did get an action figure out of it, but it was a waste.
I just got that down from my collection.
And a final boss in Turtles in Time.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Badass final boss in Turtles in Time.
I just got my original Super Shredder down for my daughter to play. She's playing with all the she loves all the bad guys. She loves so the shredder.
Oh man, Ryan, your daughter in a few years is gonna be bringing back dudes with like neck tattoos.
And I don't need to think about that right now. But the shredder she actually plays with most of the time is
Alex, you're a bit of a d-bag, so your daughter is gonna like nice dudes.
The one she plays with the most is actually the 2012 shredder. She plays with that one a lot, and then Leatherhead.
Yep. Shredder.
And
which Leatherhead?
Original Leatherhead.
The Bayou.
Yeah,
not the 2012 one.
No. The
2012 one is so plain.
Yeah, no, the original one. So I got to do the whole I put you in my gumbo soup. I guarantee. Yeah, I got to do all that.
That's terrible.
That was horrible.
It's real bad. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's so bad. You're like, I'm a dad telling a story to my daughter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I know it sounds horrible.
Yeah. Gosh, what are the other ones she's got there right now? He's obviously Bebop and Rocksteady. And she's got my original turtle van. Yes, the one that we used to throw around Bay Oaks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, they don't make them like they used to. Yeah. She's. I had to take the swinging door off because otherwise that thing was gonna go. Because because it was like remember if it's like spring loaded, and
yeah,
there was no way she can't figure out how to like put it back in yet, with the whole because it was the whole like latching system with the door, or the roof. You had to like take the roof down, all that stuff. So I just got the roof, the little slide door off now, but I'll put that on later. Yeah, no, it's really cool. She wants Krang. She keeps asking for a Krang toy. So I was like, all right, I'll get the Krang down. But I gotta like wash them because they kind of get
like the 87 Krang or like.
Yeah. I got the android body down, and
nice.
I've got both. I got the android body with Krang, and then I also got Krang with the little walker deal.
The walker thing that he had.
Yeah, I got both of those down. So I get all these old toys. I gotta like wash them because they're all a little like kind of like sticky. You know, they get like the plastic kind of deteriorates over time. So just gotta scrub them up, and they're usually okay. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's fun. Certainly there's nights when you're just like totally, just completely exhausted and. And she's like, you told me Ninja Turtle story now? And it's like, 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh my God, how am I supposed to come up with something? I told her one tonight. I don't even remember it anymore. They kind of just go in and out. I told her, I basically retold her the 4th level of Turtles in Time, where you get on the the Technodrome and you battle your way to Shredder and the big spider.
Okay.
Robot. That was basically I told her that story, but except for Token Razar, I used Bebop and Rocksteady because she likes Bebop and Rocksteady better because she doesn't really know who Token Razar are.
I mean, Token Razar were not as big, obviously.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I mean, back then this was the only appearance of them. They never made it into any other version. Right? They never made it into any comics or anything like that back then. There were certainly versions of them eventually, obviously Razar. Well, it was Chris Bradford into Dog Pound into Razar on the 2012 animated series.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah. I did tell her a Chris Bradford story one day. I remember telling her that one. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Keep coming up. I was actually pretty proud of myself. I did come up with a pretty sweet alternate version of the Turtles and Karai meeting for the first time. It was a multi-night series of them meeting for the first time, and how it was good.
So I it's been a long time since I've watched the 87 series.
We've been working through it. You should watch it. You and your daughter should watch it. Yeah.
Apparently, Toka and Razar make an appearance in the 87 series.
Later on? What like season 8 or 9?
Season 7.
7.
Season 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Episode is Dirk Savage, Mutant Hunter.
Dirk Savage, Mutant Hunter.
Okay.
Yep. Toka was voiced by Rob Paulson, and Razar was voiced by Townsend.
I knew that. I knew that. As soon as you said with the connection with Rob Paulson, I knew that. Yep. Yeah, it's just the one episode, though, right?
Just the one episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, when we get there, I will let you know. We're coming up on Case of the Killer Pizzas. That's I think like 2 episodes away. So yeah, this is we're in. We were kind of bouncing around episodes, and then I decided, okay, let's just start from the beginning, and so.
Season 12, episode 7 aired December 4th, 1993. So it aired after this movie came out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So they tried to get them in.
Yeah. We're in the whole like that alien rock that is it's like this powerful rock, and they keep trying to find little shards of it and everything. So we're kind of in the middle of all that. So yeah, it's good. You should definitely watch it with your daughter. But it's a good age for them. It's just so slapsticky and everything.
I just haven't picked it up in a while.
Yeah. It's working over here, so I think it'd work for you.
Yeah, she's just starting to get into that old school animation, the old Disney animation. So it's probably a good time because she used to be just CGI is the only thing that really was capturing her interest. So yeah, it's probably a good time.
Yeah, and it's the episodes are 22 minutes. So
yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna call it a night guys, and this was a lot of fun. And yes, we'll definitely have to do Turtles 3 here soon. I don't know what soon means, but this I think this worked out really well.
Yep.
And hey, the recorder's still going. I didn't screw it up like last time.
Yay!
And this was a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do this again soon. Do you guys have any parting words for Secret of the Ooze?
I mean, I liked it. I get it. I get why the first movie's better, but I still like Donnie getting some good screen time and getting to, play more of a emotional role, more dynamic role than just smart guy who makes you laugh sometimes. So
Yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah, it was watching it this time and noticing that. Yeah, it's definite improvement.
And I mean,
with
they
Donatello's
brought us
character.
the ninja rap, so
Can't go
that's
wrong
a
there.
thing it will always be known for.
What about you?
Look, I mean, it's probably the second best movie out of, I mean, not out of this series, but just Turtles in general. I don't know. I still struggle with it. I struggle with the Turtles, and I know it's because of it's the era. It's time based. It's based on when it was filmed.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult not to see the the environments take me out of it a little bit. The lack of use of weapons, the frumpy foot soldiers, the lack of Shredder. I mean, just in general, there just wasn't that many good fight scenes. But it was, again, geared more towards kids. It's still a fun movie to watch. Like, I can sit there and watch it or just play it and not have to actually watch it.
Yeah.
And still enjoy it.
Yeah.
The soundtrack's awesome. I really love the soundtrack. I love the Turtles look amazing in it. Definitely better than the first one. I would have loved to see more, like, them do more with the Turtles. Like, I mean, they skateboarded with the Turtles in the first one. Maybe do some skateboarding in this one as well. Do some more.
Donatello skateboarded on that chair before he.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
And it was Donatello who skateboarded in the first movie as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Just they could have done a little bit more with him. And I think the biggest thing for me is that the fight scenes were lacking. The entire story with TGRI was kind of weak, but it's still, I mean, for what it is, it's a fun movie.
Yeah, it was a good effort with the bringing the TGRI in this case into the story. Yeah, I think it was a good effort. And I would say that I wouldn't say that this movie was made for kids. I would say that this, not even it was made for adults. It wasn't made for parents. I think this was made for parent groups to kind of appease them and try to kind of get them off their back.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if the quality suffered due to it or anything like that. I think it's just kind of, it is what it is, and there's certainly enough camp to. I never really considered it a campy movie, but I would say over time its camp is elevated over time.
Yeah,
but that's okay. It's still certainly one of my favorites. So
I do like the addition of Toko and Razar, new characters. I think that's a great idea, and I actually do enjoy the characters.
Would you have, now that we know that have all this time with Toko and Razar in this film, would you rather have had the way it is, or have never gotten Toko and Razar and had Bebop and Rocksteady in here?
I wouldn't want Bebop and Rocksteady.
I like the way it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think they would have been able to pull off Bebop and Rocksteady. They could barely pull off a snapping turtle and a wolf
who barely talk.
Interesting.
I just don't think they could have pulled them off and done them justice, because they were already established characters. So at this point, starting from scratch was the better way to go. And they did.
Mess up on Toko and Razar. It's like, who are they? It's like they're no one. So
right.
This is how they are.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Very interesting. Good analysis, guys. We'll do this again soon with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, where we go back to feudal Japan. And we'll be back with you on another episode of the Turtle Power Podcast.
Where Donatello won't do any mechanical things in feudal Japan.
He will make an egg timer. And with that, we will talk to you next time.
Please, a moment to reflect.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
God, you can't just do that. I was waiting for you to say, all right, press play.
It wasn't even a countdown.
Okay. Well,
not even like a Wayne's World style countdown.
This is your job. You have to do the countdown. We're doing.
My job is above that.
Oh man,
big deal.
Okay, you are. That's true. That's my bad. Okay, so let me do So this is going to be a countdown into the beginning of the show. Okay. All right. In 5, 4, just in the beginning of the show, not into the beginning of the movie. So we're going to give a little intro here. Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
Intro to the show.